Welcome to Fortune Cookies Tarot, and this is a tarot flip through of the Squid Cake Marseille Tarot. Those of you that follow me know that I'm not a super fan of the classic Marseille Tarot imagery, and hence I don't use it very often on my website or my coursework or on any of my social media channels. The Squid Cake Marseille was one deck that made me a little bit warmer to using the Marseille deck. So it is unlike the original imagery, and I will have a flip through listed in this category so that you can check it out. It is a smaller deck, as you can see from how tiny this is in my hands, but that's not to worry. I actually don't mind a smaller deck. I do like to stick them in my purse or in my backpack when I'm going around. The book is informative. It does have some history of the Marseille, but not a whole lot. So if you do want to know a bit more about the Marseille, you can do your own research, but it is very, very informative if you are a new reader and you're just learning tarot. I do like most of my students to start out with the Rider-Waite because I feel like the Rider-Waite gives you some more hints and imagery so that you can learn the pips a little bit better. And that's one of the things that sets the Marseille aside. And we're going to put our major arcana on the side for now. We're going to go through the pips first. So the first thing we notice about the Marseille is that there are no images on the pips or the minor arcana. So you are really having to lean into your knowledge of numerology and how the pips progress. One of the things that I do in my course is I teach the pips as if you're building a house. The different suits have different homes that we'll be building, and it does help my students understand best how those pips progress. So we do have the traditional page, knight, queen, and king for our court cards, but you can see the imagery is very, very different from the Rider-Waite. One of the things that my students often find difficult in the traditional Marseille is differentiating between the swords and the rods. This makes it a little bit easier because we do have it listed on the bottom. So that is a big help. You can see this does echo the way that the swords are bent. It does echo the imagery in the classic Marseille, Tarot De Marseille deck. Again, leaning very, very hard into the imagery and numerology. You do have to know your numerology in here. So it's not as quick a study. There are some that say you're not a tarot reader if you don't read the Marseille, because the Rider-Waite does give us so many hints with the imagery that are in the pictures. We can lean into that. We can lean into the colors. This particular deck, I like the imagery a little bit better. It's more cartoony. It's a little bit easier to follow with the labeling at the bottom, especially with those swords and wands, or rods in our case here. It's also clearly noted how many are on there. In the classical Marseille, they typically don't have the number on there, so you are kind of counting in some cases. So it is a little bit trickier. But the muted colors on here, I love. This does help you open up your intuition a great deal. If you're not leaning into all of the color imagery, if you're not leaning into the illustrations on the Rider-Waite or any of the similar decks, you do have to work on that intuition and let your intuition bring things in. Remember that tarot, it is just a tool. It is not the magical answer to everything, and it does help you open up that to intuition. So we will put our minor arcana on the side and take a look at this major arcana, which everybody likes. And I know I do my flip throughs backwards. I do the minor arcana first because I think the major arcana is way more interesting. So we are going to get some imagery here. You can see this adorable fool, and he's got a tentacle attached to him, but still we're looking at the same type of imagery here, just a different different artistic take on it. So our magician with all of his tools, the high priestess, her curtain and her book. The Empress does not look super pregnant in this one. The Empress really is birth and creation, so we do want to see her a little bit pregnant. There's our Emperor, who has a nice goatee, and the Hierophant. He does have some buddies in this one. It may give you a little bit of a different reading. The Lovers creates a little bit of a lover's triangle. We will see this in some other decks like the Dark Mansion Tarot. I have a flip through on that as well. And the Chariot, we have reins in this one. And we also have snails rather than the sphinxes, the traditional sphinxes. So a little bit of a different take. Justice, our Hermit, who does not look very old. The Wheel of Fortune, we are missing some of the elements that are in the traditional Rider-Waite, but that's okay. We can work around it. Strength card with our Venus flytrap, and there's our Hanged Man and the Death card. One of the things about the Marseille deck is the Death card does not have a notation on it in most of the Marseille decks. So there's no notation. We just have the Death card, and there's Temperance with the super cool haircut, and the Devil, who also has clothed individuals. We're not naked here, so it is safe for YouTube. The Tower card, and there's the Star. She is naked, but she's covered up, so thank you very much. In the Moon card, we don't have the wolf and domesticated dog, but we have some kind of crazy creatures there. The Sun card, we have two individuals rather than the child riding on the horse. Judgment Day, everyone is rising. We still have the angel there. And there's our World card, a little bit more hermaphroditic for the individual in the middle. So I do hope that you enjoyed this flip through. Like I said, this is the Marseille deck that made me like Marseille, and I hope that if you are interested in getting a Marseille deck, you'll try the original first. This one just works a little bit better for me. So there is a link in the description if you would like to purchase this deck. It is a Amazon affiliate link, and I may earn a fee or commission if you do purchase it through the link. So hope you have a great day. Happy learning. Talk to you soon.